Before we start the video, guys, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Let's get it, y'all. It's your boy Foreman. We back with another Madden head-to-head rank match, and y'all, you guys smell that? I smell Imposter on the field. We got some Chiefs Seahawks gameplay for you guys, and this gameplay was a really odd gameplay because of what my opponent chose to do. My opponent chose to adapt the scheme of the #1 ranked head-to-head player, Black Rain, but it didn't fit his style of play at all. And my message to you guys, as it's been a lot this year, run your own stuff. As I cut inside, I know he's coming out in 3-4 odd. I know the weakness of 3-4 odd is the run. So as you see, I pound him with the run. I break multiple big runs until I get 7. He comes out here in single back ace, which is the only original formation I've seen from him. But what he tried to do was bomb me over the top with heel, which isn't going to happen, because whenever I see those type of tight formations and I'm playing the Chiefs, I want to give over the top help to my cornerbacks, because I know they cannot run with those Chiefs receivers. So you'll see me coming out in a cover 2, which I'll make my own adjustments to make sure I have help over the top and on the sidelines, and then I'll use my user to take everything else that comes across the middle. Of course, sometimes you'll get dotted up across the middle, but you'll take that instead of giving those 70-yard bombs over the top to these really fast Chiefs receivers. Like I tell you guys all the time, the goal is to keep those receivers in front of you and make tackles. When you do get into the red zone, you'll find it's a lot easier to keep the Chiefs in control. Control the Chiefs, because you don't have to worry about getting bombed over the top. As long as you set your defense up to play over the top and keep the receivers in front of you, you will not struggle as much as you would think with these Chiefs receivers. So, and I think the biggest thing with guys nowadays who play Madden is they feel like they have to run the metas. And you don't, guys. As you see from my gameplays, I don't run any of the metas. I want to say, besides me mixing in some dime 146 from time to time. Other than that, you won't see me running any of the popular offenses or defenses. I run what I'm comfortable with and what I've been running for years and what works for me. And if I myself, who wasn't always a really good Madden player, can do the same thing, then you guys can too. It's just about trusting the process and how you play. It's not a 2-day, 3-day process of learning how to play Madden. It actually takes time. And I know a lot of people do get frustrated with the style that people play with and all the blitzing, but that is part of learning the game. As Chris Jones just busts right through the double team, it's part of learning the game. And in order to be good at something, it takes, typically, a lot of people say to master a certain craft takes 10,000 hours. And I'm not saying you put 10,000 hours. He comes out in the dime 146, so you all guys know what I say when you see that 146. Run the ball at it. As I pick up the first down and an extra 10 yards. So again, he'll come out in this dime 146 once or twice, then you won't see it again for the rest of the game, because he already knows if I see it, I'll run at it. But like I was telling you guys, you don't have to run the metas to be good. Not saying you have to put those 10,000 hours in on Madden, but it is a process. If you guys just take what you're comfortable with and master it, then you yourself can be extremely good at the game. There's a reason why a lot of these guys sell you these ebooks for $30 and $40 with some of the best formations in the game in it. It's really good stuff inside of that ebook, and normally people would not give you the best formations, the best defenses and offenses in the game if they were comfortable that you wouldn't be able to master it the way they have. Now, as you see right here, he comes out and look how he presses his corner and then moves him inside, which is a really bad decision because you just gave up the touchdown to Metcalf. As I streak him and put that ball on the outside shoulder and possession catch. And that there shows me he doesn't have a real understanding of how to run 3-4. He just knows that the 3-4 odd is really popular, so he's going to adapt that into his gameplay. And like I was saying before, I had to point that out to you guys. They give you these ebooks and they say these ebooks because they're comfortable with the fact that you don't think like a top elite player does. Now, don't get me wrong, the ebooks are really good and they can really help you learn the game if you're purchasing these ebooks to learn the game. If you purchase them as a quick fix to help you become really good at the game, then it's not really going to serve that purpose because the concepts won't be as easy for you to grasp. You'll have trouble doing all the adjustments and the setups for a lot of those blitzes. So I do recommend that you do run ebooks. As you see, he comes out in a variation of Black Range trips tight end formation. And the one difference I see from his formation that you'll see right here, he does a lot of streaking Tyreek Hill up the seams. And he'll actually move the ball well this first drive because I'm just trying to see what he likes to do. So he'll hit Tyreek up the seams, and I think he may score this drive. I'm pretty sure it won't be an easy touchdown as I try to bait that in route right there, which is another tip if you see guys running this levels formation. Stay with that tight end corner route until it starts to break up the field, and then you can break down on the in route because the further that tight end route goes up the field, easier it'll be for your cornerback to make a play on it. As you see, both times my cornerback breaks on the route, I'm just not able to cut it off, but you've seen from other videos, my corners break on the ball well. I'm able to click on and get the interception or the knockaways for the incomplete passes. But yeah, guys, my message to all you guys, man, as Tyreek gets behind Griffin, which I'm not too concerned about because I don't think that'll happen too many times. For whatever reason, Griffin just dumbed out and didn't drop all the way back into his zone, which is my fault, which means I probably had him down too much in the hole, and I probably need to back him up a little bit more. Because when I'm playing the Chiefs, I'm trying to keep everything in front of me, so I have to be careful that I don't sink too much down trying to play the short stuff, as that should have been an interception. I take that back for 2 points, but Griffin didn't jump the route, which I'm okay with because I feel like we've played extremely good defense. But yeah, guys, my message to you guys, just find something you're comfortable with and build on it. It's okay to see guys who are really good at the game and say, okay, I like that concept and that play, and then find out what makes that play really good and implement the concepts into your game. Like, I'll play a lot of guys who have some really nice route combinations on the field, and then I can apply those concepts to my tight offset without running the formation itself as I get loose on them again right here. And I dominate this game with my run game because I already know the 3-4 odd, especially the way he's running it, isn't fit to stop the run. He's moving a lot of guys around, but the way he's moving them, he's taking them guys out of their run fit. So they're running directly into my blocks, and I literally just have one-on-ones with his safety. And I think that's the part of the 3-4 odd that a lot of people take advantage of, is the moment you get past those linebackers who a lot of times run directly into linemen, you literally just have a one-on-one with the safety. And if you can make a quick cut, or if you got a Zeke or somebody, you use the arm bar and whatnot to get past them. But the moment you beat that safety, as you'll see in this video, I get a lot of one-on-ones with his safety, and I win that battle almost every time. The moment I beat that safety, I'm off to the races. Now, there's a lot of people who have really good run defense out of the 3-4 odd. But those are people who understand the run fits and where to put their guys. They're just not moving guys to the outside because they think if I move him a safety to the outside, it'll stop the outside run, and that's not how Madden works this year. So just be cognizant of where you put people as I call the timeout, because I already know more than likely I just want to take 3 and play defense because my defense is playing extremely well. But know your run fits of the players on the field and understand, like, if I have 2 safeties deep, I want to bring my safeties inside the box. I don't really want to spread my safeties to the outside, because the moment I do that, what they're going to do, they're going to take a really bad angle on a run. And the moment I'm able to cut inside, I'm off for 60 to 70 yards. And that's a part of the reason why people have a hard time stopping a run this year, because they don't know and don't understand what run fit is. They have no clue where to put their guys to make plays on the ball. So right here, Jones breaks through the double team again. I use my escape artist to just throw the ball away. I'm going to take my 3, and I'm going to go into the half. Whenever I have a chance to put points on the board at the end of the half, I always play it smart. I don't play it too aggressive, because I know how important all points, whether a field goal or touchdown, are in these type of games. And I know at any moment he can go off and Tyreek can catch an 80-yard bomb to the house. So it's important that I take all my points. And it's also important that you guys, when people are uploading these footage and these gameplays, that you watch different guys and try to understand what fits you best. Because just because I'm at the top of the leaderboards or Rain is at the top of the leaderboards, what we run exactly may not fit your playstyle. Right here, he switches to the jet sweeps. He starts running a lot of jet sweeps to get Tyreek and cut in the open and utilize that speed and that mobility. But you'll see we do a really good job of keeping him in front of us. I'm not concerned about giving up 10 yards every blue moon. That is perfectly fine with me, because I know how dangerous the Chiefs are. So you'll see a lot that if I have a linebacker in front of me running to try to catch Tyreek, what you'll see me do often is I'll trail Tyreek and I'll play behind him. And I'm playing behind him just in case he does juke out the defender in front. I'm playing on Tyreek's hip, so I'm able to wrap him up and get to the ground. A lot of the times, guys they outrun the linebacker that's already in pursuit, and as soon as he cuts, both of you get juked, and then he's going to the house. If I'm playing against other teams, then I'll be a lot more aggressive, as you see right there. 37 took more of an inside angle to get Tyreek, so I overran the play just in case he was able to outrun him to the corner. So I'm always thinking while I'm playing the game. I'm always trying to stay on that. As you see, 21 already has outside contain on Tyreek. So what I do? I stay right behind him just in case he's able to cut. I'm right there, and we make the tackle. Small things like that are extremely important when you're playing Madden, because those are the things that sometimes are the difference between wins and losses. It's small details like that that people may not ever have thought about, but it does play a big role when you're playing against fast teams like this. So he'll continue to run the jet sweep, and you'll see I'll continue to take pretty good angles. Besides that one, I kind of messed up and dove out of the way, but we do get a big hit stick. And I want to say that's probably the last time he'll run that jet sweep, because we're doing a pretty good job of keeping Tyreek Hill in front. And the problem with this guy is he took Rain's offense, but he didn't know how to run it. He took a variation of it, but when you take someone's offense, as he does, that's just Mahomes being Mahomes and Kelsey being Kelsey. There's nothing I can do about that, but because he didn't score, I already know I'm going to hold this guy to 3. I don't feel like his offense is giving me any trouble as he comes out in range run formation. So I'm already expecting the motion from Hill in a stretch play. So as you see, he runs a stretch play. Boom, we blow it up in the backfield. We have really good run defense, so I'm not concerned about him being able to shred me with the run. And then you'll see after this, he'll start to do the motion with Tyreek. I'm guessing he may have forgot to do it the first time. So he'll come with the motion hike, and still he gets caught behind the lineman, but we still bring him down. Had he not got caught behind the lineman, he'd have been hit in the backfield immediately. And it's 3rd down. He's going to come back out in the same formation, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to blow this up in the backfield. As he goes with the motion hike, boom, you'll see Kendrick shoot the gap, blow it up. We have really good run defense, so that part I wasn't concerned with. So 4th down, I'm in my 4-3 under trying to see what he's going to come out in. And boom, he comes out in a variation of Rain's 5 wide. So what do? I am going to hop into my dime 146, and I'm going to send a little pressure at him. Now, what he does is something that Reigns told you guys to do also. He motion hikes Harden to pick up the blitz. But he doesn't put any audibles on his guy to change the route combinations. So as you see, I jump everything across the middle, knowing that I have the sidelines covered, and we get a really good coverage sack, and we stop him inside of the 10-yard line, which is huge. So again, back to my run game until he hops out of this 3-4. Even though I have shown this game that I can pass on his 3-4, I'm in control of this game. And it's because even though he has his offense, he does not have range thought process. So that's why it's extremely important for a lot of you guys. Boom, one-on-one with the safety, cut inside, and I'm gone. It's that simple when you're going against the 3-4 odd. You don't want to get too fancy with your jukes because you're going to get those one-on-one opportunities. You just have to make the best of them. And then see, these type of games you don't really see happen with the top elite players about getting beat with those one cuts and everything, because they understand the holes in their own defense. I understand the holes in my 4-3 under. But if you haven't been running it that long, then you'll run into games like this where somebody's doing something extremely simplistic on offense, but you don't have an answer for it, even though the answer would be something as simple as spreading your D-line. This year, spreading your D-line does not necessarily mean you'll get killed with the dive, because your linebackers still will shoot those gaps if you put them in position. Like as you see with my run defense, he comes out in a single back ice. I already know he's looking for Tyreek, so I go to a cover 2 shell defense. I'll start adjusting, shading, and putting guys in different positions because I know he wants to bomb it. He tries to bomb me again. I click on the digs and I snag it again. So he does not have an offense. He has a variation of someone else's offense that he does not know how to run. And right here, as the video comes to an end, guys, I want to show you something that was really indicative of this game and of his lack of knowledge on how to run and play someone else's style. So I'll come out in my tight offset, and right here, you'll see me on this play. I'll hit my check down route, which is a drag from, I want to say it was number 16. I'll hit on this drag route. So I hike the ball. Right there, I see he's playing the left. Boom, just let me take my check down, get some extra yards. So as this half winds down, I want you guys to see when we come back out what he does. He brings this safety down, which let me know he's probably put that safety in the flat route. So what I do simply is I'm going to, as we go into the fourth quarter, when he brings that safety down, it's really